I'm back again, and this time I am going to review Gun. This game was published by Activision and developed by Neversoft. The version I'm going to show you is the Xbox 360 version, but it was also released on the Xbox, PS2, Gamecube and PC. Another version which featured more side missions and a multiplayer mode was released for the PSP nearly a year later, and that was titled Gun Showdown. Originally, the reason I bought this game was because I heard it had great voice acting, and I know that's a really stupid reason to buy a game, but I don't care. The guy who voices the main character is Thomas Jane, who played the Punisher in the 2004 movie of the Punisher, and Chris Christopherson makes an appearance in the game as well, among others. As soon as I heard that Thomas Jane was in it, I wanted it because I love the movies and the game of the Punisher, so I went for it. Back then I had it on the original Xbox, but like I said, I have now got the 360 version, and that's what I'm going to review. So let's take a look. When you first start the game, you get a pretty cool pre-rendered cutscene which gives you an idea of what the game is going to be about. That's the cutscene you're seeing now.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
The first thing you see when you start out the game is another pre-rendered cutscene that is set 300 years before the game. At the time I thought the graphics were really good, and I didn't expect it to be that violent right off the bat, but I was glad it was. Looking back now, you can tell that it was one of the 360 launch titles, just like Tomb Raider Legend, because the graphics were more like a slightly more beefy original Xbox graphic as opposed to the graphics we have now. Red Dead Redemption graphics are a good example of that. After this cutscene, we get Colton telling you a story and another cutscene, but this time it is with the in-game graphics. After this, you're ready to play the game.
Jerky and collect your gear. Time to earn our pay.
The first mission in this game, like quite a few others, is basically a training mission. Your father Ned teaches you the basics, like how to use quick draw, how to shoot, how to move. You basically just learn everything you need to know to play the game. The first boss is a grizzly bear. Now, it's a big grizzly bear, as you can see, but it's a pretty easy mission. Basically, Ned gets injured, you pick up his rifle, you kill the grizzly bear with his rifle, compliment him on his rifle, and then walk towards the boat and make your way to the next mission. In a nutshell, the second mission is you going across a boat, killing things, firing cannons, killing people that jump on, all the standard stuff for a western game. But then, just as the mission ends, Ned gets killed and tells you he's not your father, which obviously sends your main character into a bit of a spiral, and you wash up on a shore not long later wanting revenge, and that's where the story really kicks off, in my opinion. The story just progresses from there. You find out loads of stuff about Colton, you find out the revenge plot. It's a very good story. And the gameplay in this game is quite solid. There's a few bugs and glitches, but that has to be expected because, like I said, it was a 360 launch title. But the gameplay is quite fun. It's easy to just pick up and play if you've never played before. One thing I didn't like was the fact that you had to press the right bumper to go into quick draw. Now, I know it's not a major grap, but they could have made it something a little bit more accessible for the people that have smaller hands, which doesn't really affect me. But the people that have smaller hands, it may have been a bit dodgy to hit the right bumper, but apart from that, the controls are easy, the gameplay itself is quite solid, and it's an all-round fun game to play. My final thoughts on this game are that it's a very good game. The story may be kind of it's pretty much a cliche now for anything to do with westerns like revenge and all that, but it's still a really fun game to play through. It's got good voice acting, it's got a good story, even regardless of it being cliche. It's fun. It's just one of those games that you just pick up and play because it's fun. The graphics are decent, I suppose, even though that they're not as good as the ones you get now. For at the time they were decent, they were very decent. Basically, this game came out a while ago now, so you'll probably be able to pick this up for probably no more than a tenner, so you might as well get it. I mean, it's one of those games that it has no online, which is a downfall and probably will turn a lot of people off. But if you want a game that's just a good few hours of fun, probably about 5 if you're playing on hard. Then just pick up this game. You might as well. I mean, what you got to lose? If you don't like it, you can return it. So my final verdict on this game is buy it. If you have the money and you like violent shooters, buy it. Because me and my friends argue whether it's better than Red Dead Redemption quite a lot. So, yeah, buy it.